many farmers affected by the drought that is deep and very hard across big parts of Victoria, starting to move into parts of southern New South Wales and across into South Australia. The Hume region, you may know some of these regions, but we're talking about places like Mansfield, places like, well, you can see there, Toowong and a whole bunch of others, Mitchell, Shepparton, Greater Shepparton, all of those areas are part of the Hume area. And we learned today via the Herald Sun that a dozen local councils in and around that area that you can just see have written a letter to the Premier saying, for goodness sake, can we please get a drought declaration? Now, the Premier did turn up in this part of Victoria last week, but let me read from the letter that has come from the local councils. Despite dams running dry and farmers looking as far as Western Australia for feed, a local mayor and farmer, Claire Hewitt Kennedy, says the region has been largely abandoned by the Allen government. In an urgent letter to the Agriculture Minister, the mayors said the financial strain was becoming untenable as rural communities battle a growing emotional toll. Livestock and cattle producers in our local government areas are facing mounting pressure due to the limited feed availability, dwindling hay reserves, rising fodder and transport costs, and depleted water storage. Now, again, that letter was apparently published just prior to when the Premier did turn up in that region. But even the help that has been announced to this point by some of these mayors is being said to be not enough. Again, this is a government that, thanks to extra money from the federal government, which means extra money from taxpayers all over Australia, including in Victoria, well, I would imagine things like the Kids Helpline and people like the farmers, well, we want them to get some help. One of the mayors, again, has gone on to say that the whole thing is a slap in the face. They're dividing the region, she said. I'd like to see the science behind declaring droughts because it seems fairly subjective. She said that farmers can't wait any longer for financial relief, with dire conditions crucifying livelihoods and communities. It's heartbreaking. Farmers are on their knees. We'll have a chat to the Shadow Agriculture Minister for their perspective a little bit later in the show.